Allez, 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 Montreal. Let's go, Montreal. Let's go, Montreal. Let's go, Montreal. Woo! Yeah! Hi, guys. Philippe Bouchard here. I'm a big Montreal Canadiens fan, and oh man, they're awesome this year. You know, they're winning. You know, they are winning this year, so it's pretty awesome. So, but you know, it's never too high, never too low. It's you you have got to be you have to be in the middle. You know, it's not it's just being in the middle and not being too high, not being too low, not having some high expectations. Not too much, but you know, it's still really amazing. You know how the Montreal Canadiens are right now. You know, they're almost in they're almost in first place in the Atlantic Division. So it's really awesome. Well, now they're in second place. So no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah. But you know, the I've heard some podcasts, you know, about some suggestions of players that you know, during the trading deadline, or you know, after the Olympics, you know, whether it's a Crosby or some uh, I don't know, maybe I'm just placing some names there, but doesn't mean that we will get him. You know, like I don't know, Nathan McKinnon, for example. But no, because it's gonna it's gonna be causing a lot. You know, a lot of money and a lot of players that we have right now that we don't want to lose. So no. So I'm gonna have to find a way, you know, to just I don't know, just to to put another player with us, but without causing any well anything, you know, any anything during drafts, or you know, and but more importantly, you know, just before the playoffs, this year's playoffs, you know, or I don't know, but would it be awesome to have somebody like Jonathan Taves, you know? Oh my gosh. Number one, because yeah, of course, I I I got one of his t-shirts, but se- but second of all, he knows he simply knows what it's like to win anywhere, you know, and to win in Chicago, and you know, three Stanley Cups there, and to win gold medals with Team Canada at the Olympics, and you know, to win you know, to win anywhere, and just his presence and his experience is that would be so amazing, you know, to have a Jonathan Taves, even though he wouldn't maybe have, even though he wouldn't always play, you know, because you know, yeah, you have to be realistic here. We cannot put out. We cannot put anyone on the bench right now because they're too good to be put on the bench, and you know, it's Kapanen is who would have thought that that Kapanen would become our second centerman, and with it's really good. You know, he's really good. He is raising our expectations, which was really really not the case at the beginning. We always wanted a second centerman, and with maybe a Crosby, or I don't know, Malkin, or name them. But name them all, yeah, name them all. But now, Kapanen is our second centerman right now, which is really awesome. With Slavkovsky and with Timidov, and my gosh, they're so good. It's a really really good line. So a really good trio. So and with Nick Suzuki and Caulfield, Cole Caulfield, and now with Alexandre Texier. Vive la France! Woohoo! Vive la France! It's pretty good. Merci, Alex. Oh my gosh, pretty awesome. And now we got Philippe Dano, who is playing third on the third line right now. Welcome back, Phil, to Montreal, and then you have either it is Bolduc or it is Joe Veleno, or you know, or well, Jake Evans. You have another great centerman that you know, he's pretty good as well. So in case of injuries, maybe of one of them, maybe now, well, of course we can have Jonathan Toews in the lineup, but if not, it's alright, because you know, he would be there as a teammate, you know, but not only as a teammate, but as the most experienced guy that has won anywhere that he's been. And you know, just his leadership in the locker room, and you know, on the bench, and with Marty St. Louis as well, you know, the coach Marty St. Louis as well, and Vincent Lecavalier as well. You know, they both won the Stanley Cup, you know, with the Tampa Bay Lightning during the time that they were playing together. So, but to have a Jonathan Toews, you know, just his presence and just his talking, you know, just him speaking, you know, everybody's gonna listen, I'm pretty sure. And that would be so freaking awesome, you know, to have a leader like Jonathan Taves, you know, with Nick Suzuki, and you know, in order to help him, you know, to help him, and it's, I don't know, it's just you know, it's just the way that I see it, that I can see it, you know, during the time of transactions and all. So after the Olympic Games, man, that would be so great, you know, that would be so fantastic, because he is such a great human being that, oh, I'm not hiding that, you know, I would love to meet one day. Because he's done so many things for, I think, for the communities, and you know, and for the you know, sick children, or you know, for so many great causes, you know, and he's a great human being. He's authentic and humble, and such a humble human being, and such a, you know, it's never too high, never too low. It's he's just in the middle of all that. So yeah, that would be so great to have a guy like Jonathan Taves, who I would say the Jean Béliveau maybe of 2026. Yeah, because you know, he's so authentic, and he's bilingual. He speaks French and he speaks English as well. So you know, and he loves Montreal. So what do we got to lose by bringing Jonathan Taves and to Montreal? And you know, nothing against Winnipeg, you know. I know it's not because of Winnipeg's, you know, so many losses, and you know, it's not being, they don't have a great season right now. So it's, and yeah, of course they've won their last maybe 3 games or 4, I'm not sure, but we never know. We never know with Winnipeg. So we never know where it's gonna be in 1 month. So I don't know, but I truly think it's, you know, it's like me, you know, it's I'm humble, and I am never too high, never too low as well. I'm just in the middle, and I just want to be in the middle, you know. I don't have some high expectations. I don't want to say that Montreal's gonna win the cup, no, but they're close. They're close to have a really great team. So but during the playoffs, you need a guy like Jonathan Taves, because of his experience and his winning streak, you know. His winning streak, explaining what it feels like to win a Stanley Cup, or you know, just his experience of explaining that to his teammates. So because it's a pretty young team, but it's a team that's really strong, really talented. So, and they're really responsible in both ways of the ice, 200 feet. So they're playing pretty well defensively, and also offensively as well. And for the goaltenders, you know, Monty welcome back, my friend. So happy that you chose yourself, you know, to be in with Laval in order for you to reshape yourself, or to to just come back stronger. And yeah, you came back stronger. Almost 4 wins in a row, almost. So last night against Washington, it was of course it's not a win, but at least it's a pretty good 1 point in overtime. So it's all thanks to Montembeault. And well, of course, I got nothing against Jacob Dobesch, but you know, it's of course you cannot say that he wasn't victorious. You know, he has 14 victories, and he has more victories than anyone. But when it comes to a guy like Jacob Fowler, who is the future goalie for the Montreal Canadiens, it says it all. It says it all. Sorry. Kind of like a Carey Price, but maybe much slimmer, a little bit slimmer than Carey Price, but he has the same attitude as Carey Price, the same maybe playing skills as Carey Price as well. So, and my God, he's so calm when he's in front of his net, and it's his goal percentage, is pretty low. So so it's pretty low when you comparing to Jacob Dobesch, who has many goals scored on him, but yet he finds the way to win. But it's no, of course you cannot take that away from him. That's for sure. But Jacob Fowler to me is a number two goaltender, and one day will become number 1 with Montreal. So it's kind of a hard puzzle to solve. That's for sure. The organization is gonna have some hard work to do, and then that's for sure. Mr. Jafella, and Mr. Kent Hughes, and and it's and all of the guys out there, they're gonna have some really hard work to be doing right now. So, but coming back to Jonathan Toews, oh man, that would be so freaking awesome, to have somebody that, because if you bring Crosby, if you bring Malkin, or if you bring, then who do you put on the bench? That's the good question. I don't know. I really don't know. Suzuki's he's pretty good, and and the second line is pretty good. The third line is pretty good. The fourth line as well. well, maybe not as perfect all the time, but at least you got something from them. So, it's where do you put a player like that? You know, it's where on the lineup. It's if you got injuries, yeah, well, yeah, of course. But what if you don't? That's the problem. That's but it's not a bad problem. It's a good problem to have because you have this we didn't really have that before, but now you have this gap, if you will, this choice, so many choices of players that you can put in the lineup. So it's a pretty good puzzle to have. So it's pretty good. So yeah. But for a Jonathan Taves, it would be less expensive, and he would accept his role. Well, at least I think. I don't know him, but I'm pretty sure that he's not. I know he's not crazy. You know, he knows that it's a pretty talented. The league is pretty young right now, and the league is pretty fast, pretty competitive, and pretty, whoo, yeah, pretty robust as well, pretty physical as well. So a lot bigger, a lot faster. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure he would be more than amazed to be coming to Montreal, and just to accept his role as a leader. So alright, guys. Yeah. So it's gonna depend of Montreal, the organization. But one thing's for sure, it's one thing's for sure, guys. Let's not be too high. Let's not be too low. Let's all be in the middle, and everything's gonna be fine. And let's take this one day at a time. It's alright. So on that note, guys, go Habs go, and see you later. Woo!